Hi, welcome back. I'm so excited to share my travel tips to the island of Capri with you today. I have had the opportunity to visit this island twice in the past 2 years, and it's amazing. A definite must-see if you're touring the Amalfi Coast and a destination in itself. On my first visit, I met and became friends with Vincenzo, tour boat operator and Capresi. Vincenzo is passionate about sharing his island with others, and this past fall took us on another tour around the island. Today, I'm also going to show you where we stayed at his villa and take you through Old Capri and Anna Capri, as well as our luxurious boat tour and more. So come with me on this short video for a recap on Capri Island.
Welcome to the Travel with Wendy channel.
I love connecting and interviewing small business owners around the globe. I like to share reviews and hit the trails hiking. Thanks for joining me today because
It's always an adventure when you travel with Wendy.
Okay, so let's get you there. The only way you can arrive in Capri is by boat or ferry, and I know that this can be a bit intimidating, but the ferries in Italy are similar to taxis. They're just water taxis. So depending on where you're staying along the Amalfi Coast, you can catch a ferry or boat. Our first visit, we took a ferry from Positano. This time, we tried Salerno. Ferries to Capri do not run all year round, except from Naples port. Most ferry services become limited after October 15th and then resume again in April. Be mindful of this when you're planning your trip. I use the app Ferry Hopper. You can take your roller carts and carry on. There is a small fee added to your ticket for this, but our trip from Salerno to Capri was about 30 euros each. There's a few different ferry lines, and the fast ferry from Naples is good, but I'm not a fan of driving around Naples, so we started from Salerno, and this is a fun town along the coast. It has recently been going through an EU project. You can check out more of that in my blog. Next up, catching a tour, a private boat tour. This would be my number one tip, is definitely book a private tour. The advantage of a private boat tour is the knowledge of your guide, and on both tours, Vincenzo showed us nooks and crannies of this volcanic land that most tours probably miss. Oh, wow! John, you got to get this on film. It's coming out differently. So if you're going to sign up for a private boat tour, I would definitely recommend Vincenzo, and I'll put his links below in the description as well. He coordinates other tours and excursions on the island as well, and please send him an email and tell him I sent you. In 2022, on our girls' trip, he picked us up at the pier. We only needed our swimsuit and cover-ups. He had drinks and snacks on the boat, and so then we were just off on the tour around the island, beginning with a little Prosecco. Next travel tip, where we stayed in Capri. Vincenzo also has a holiday home for rent, so we totally took him up on it. His wife Antonella is super sweet too, and their villa has incredible views of the hillsides as well as the ocean. Our sunsets were unforgettable and magical. This 2-bedroom villa with a full kitchen, living room, and 2 patios is nestled near the Marina Grande neighborhood of Capri. The location of the apartment was perfect for our visit because we were within walking distance of the marina as well as Capri Central. There were local restaurants, and during the summer, there's a private beach available as well. Next travel tip, what to do when you're in Capri. There's actually quite a lot to do on this island. You will definitely need a good pair of sneakers. Whether you decide to take the public bus around the island or walk around historic Capri, you're gonna get a workout. The island itself has many historic sites to see, including Capri Town, the gardens of Augustus Giardini di Augusto, or the botanical gardens are a highlight on the island, as well as Villa Lisis. These historical sites are not geographically close together, so either a Vespa or public transportation would be needed to get here. Another highlight of our tour was visiting the Little Marina, or the Spiaggi di Marina Piccola. Next up, where to eat in Capri. This foodie was so happy. Caprese food is definitely unique compared to the other areas of Italy. Let's begin with breakfast and the famous cappuccinos of Italy. Located right in the middle of the marina, bar number 2, Gabbiano, has plenty of outdoor seating, a full breakfast menu. We liked it here so much that we came for breakfast 2 mornings in a row. It was great. We grabbed some eggs, some omelets, Nutella pancakes, and of course a croissant or two. Service was exceptional, and I really enjoyed my white chocolate croissant, fresh squeezed orange juice, cappuccino of course. For lunch, we enjoyed La Aprodo 1980 food and drink, also within the marina, and a recommendation from Vincenzo. This place is obviously very good because you might have to wait for a little bit for a table during lunch hour. We lucked out and one cleared out right as we approached the front kiosk. The pizza menu was extensive, so it might take you a few minutes to make a decision. Another lunch spot was Zika, or the restaurant at the Villa Marina Capri Hotel and Spa. This restaurant overlooks the sea with views of Naples. The menu is unique and interesting and is also one of the most expensive restaurants on the island. We decided to splurge for lunch. The service begins with a palate cleanser and fresh bread, and we enjoyed a fritturina, or a fried fish platter, and a spaghetti Nerano. Nerano is a small town on the Amalfi Coast that is known as the agricultural and vegetable capital of the region, and my special pasta was made with the famous Nerano zucchini. It was yummy. On to dinner. One of our absolute favorite dining experiences was Da Paolino Ristorante, which is located inside a lemon grove. This is definitely a destination dining experience and also is visited by celebrities here as well. I do highly recommend making reservations here, as it is very, very popular. The highlight of your dining experience is the dessert room. It is a buffet choice where you get to walk in and just choose many different kinds of desserts that are famous for the island. We had a good time, but remember, you can't just pile up your plate. You do pay for the plate, and you don't want to take too much of a sample. The service was impeccable, and I do believe we had about 4 or 5 servers for our one meal. I enjoyed the lemon ravioli, and we also had a caprese mozzarella salad, lemon chicken, and fettuccine with shrimp and lemon sauce for dinner. Definitely an unforgettable dinner on the island. Okay, next travel tip, when to visit Capri. My absolute favorite time to visit Italy is September. May and early June is also very nice as well, but then the crowds start coming. This time in September usually has less tourists. The weather is great, the water is so fun to jump into, and the cobalt colors are just amazing. They'll take your breath away. And this fall we were actually there at the beginning of October, the end of September, and it could not have been nicer. So if you're looking for a different time to go where there's less tourists, better prices, look at late fall. Another question I get asked quite a bit is how expensive is Capri? Well, just to let you know that the Amalfi Coast is the most expensive destination in all of Italy at this time. It's taken me a hot second to produce this video because I'm also a travel consultant, and this year already I've helped travelers plan Italy tours for 24 and 25. Europe is going to be busy. For more Amalfi Coast or Italy travel tips, information, and more, visit my website, travelwithwendy.net. Be sure to check out the links below in the description on how to reach Vincenzo, and I hope this vlog has given you a quick glimpse on the Isle of Capri. Thanks for watching. Remember, it's always an adventure when you travel with Wendy. Ciao!